Hey there friends, Nibs again. Out here in the garage tonight, doing a little bit of goofing around, and I've been teasing you guys with several pictures over the last couple days about doing something like this, and I thought I'd get out here and give it a try. I wanted to see if I could shoot anything like an Olympic shooter, and most specifically Mr. Yusuf Dikec, I think is how it's pronounced, the silver medalist from Turkey. Mr. Cool there with his, I don't have a PCP Olympic grade gun, but I do have this Baikal IZH-46M, and we're going to go ahead and give this a try. I did a little bit of research about the targets that they're using, and I was really kind of expecting, they would be shooting at something real small like this here. That's not the case at all. It's actually, I've got a copy of what I believe is, so it is actually a 17 millimeter. The one ring is 17 millimeters from side to side, or 17 centimeters from side to side, about 7.5, 8 inches, and that is pretty large. I mean, the 10 ring is just that little tiny thing in the middle there. So, but I went ahead and printed out a card. It has very similar sizing as far as the rings go, but it only goes out to a 6 ring. If I can't keep it inside of at least a 6 ring, I need to just give it up and go find something else to do. But we're going to go ahead and shoot the Baikal at these targets. Unfortunately, I don't have 10 meters. I have 7 yards out here in the garage. From up against where my bench is to where my target is pretty much exactly 7 yards. So I will be a little bit closer, but I am I'm not an Olympic grade shooter either, so we're just going to have some fun with it. They do score these kind of weird. I was watching the videos of them doing it, and they do, like, if you're right at the outside edge, it's just a 9. If you're moving your way towards the 10, it'll be 9.8 or whatever. I don't know how to score all that. If it's a 9, it's a 9. If it's a 10, it's a 10. So that'll give me a little bit of a handicap to maybe counteract the couple of yards that I'm closer than they are. I don't think it's going to be that big a deal, but we're going to go ahead and give it a try. I have my camera running on 4 targets down there. They shoot a lot of a lot of rounds, and it is a pretty arduous thing, and we could be here for an hour, a couple hours shooting this thing. So in a round of competition, the first round is like 60 shots, and then the finalists from those 60 shots move on to the final round, and they shoot another 24 shots. I don't know how they break those all up, but we're going to go ahead and just shoot. I've got 4 targets down there on a piece of cardstock. I'm going to shoot 5 shots at each one. We'll add them up and see what my score is. If I get all 10s, that would be what? That would be 20, 40, 60, 80. So possible, or no, sorry. All 10s would be 50, so possible 200. So this is an IZH-46M. These actually came out, that 46M came out in 97. The IZH-46 came out earlier than that, in the early 90s. And the only real difference between the two is they extended this air tube out so you could get a little bit more feet per second. I think they claimed up to like 40 feet per second more with the extended air chamber. This gun is still available. It's actually distributed by Air Venturi now, and it's called the AV-46M, or maybe it's just AV-46, but still exactly the same gun. They have a laminate hand grip now instead of this solid wood hand grip, but very cool, very comfortable, easy to hold on to. And let's get started. So the way this guy works is you open this handle all the way up, and that'll open your bail up here, your breech, whatever you want to call it. You load one pellet in here. I've got some really high quality Elay Ventus wad cutter pellets here. This gun seems to really be shooting these well. And now once you've got your pellet loaded in there, you just close this down, and it compresses one shot of air, and then we can start. So I got my hand in my pocket. That's very important. And let's go ahead and get started. That looks like it's a 9 to start off with. This gun is very nice. You can actually cock this without putting an air in there and do dry firing for practicing with dry firing, and that really helps out a lot. Alright, I think that's a 10. I have not done a lot of dry firing with this gun. I have done some, but I do have a couple of really nice Target 22s that also are able to be dry fire cocked, and so you can practice with those. And I've done a lot of dry fire practicing with those in the past. Alright, that's looking pretty good. A couple more on that target and then we'll move on. Only my garage were bigger. Looks like I'm doing pretty good. That's 4. Let's get one more on that target. We'll move on. So I did print this out on cardstock, so hopefully it'll be a little bit easier for me to score. Scoring the torn out mess on a piece of regular notebook paper is very troublesome. Ooh, pulled that one off, but it still looks like it's a 10, so that's good. All right, so that's maybe a 49. That's a pretty good start. So it doesn't really matter which order as long as you cock that out first. You can put the pellet in, close that. It really doesn't matter. The order doesn't matter. So let's move on to the next one. I thought about reducing those down a little bit, but I don't think I'm not going for any gold medal here. We're just doing more of a demonstration more than anything. But the little bit of difference in distance, I don't think will make that much of a difference. It might. Do too good here, maybe I will have to do it again and extend myself out to so that was 2, right? Don't want to lose count here. Oh, I pulled that one low. Eesh. That was me bobbling around. But you can see where, I could definitely tell after having to do 60 shots. I don't know if they get any kind of break in between the 60 and then starting right off onto the 24, or if they have to keep going. Is it the next day? I don't know. 4. That's 5. So not quite as good with that target, but let's keep going. I actually like getting out here with these guns like this. I shoot a similar feeling pistol to this in my bullseye league during the winter time, and getting out here and doing this, shooting at targets like this. The bullseye targets are really big, and we shoot those at 50 feet. But this really helps with, and we shoot this one, we shoot that one-handed, offhand, like I'm shooting here now as well. So shooting this kind of format really helps. There we go, that's better. I'm sure in those Olympic competitions, every one of those pellets are weighed and inspected for perfection and no seam on them or anything like that. You gotta know that. Ooh. I think I waited too long on that one. I think it's still a 9 though, right? I don't know. All right. So the most of the current competitors use a very similarly set up gun, except for the ones that they have now. Instead of having this single stroke system, they have a PCP tube coming out the front here, and so they charge them up like a PCP, 2000, 2500 psi, whatever they pump to, and then they can shoot, I think up to 200 shots, I think I heard. There we go. I think I got one more on that target, right? That one tore out a lot. Just practice, practice, practice. That's what really gets things good here. This gun has a magnificent trigger. I think it may actually be lower than allowed for the Olympic. The Olympics, I think, can only be like 17 ounces at a minimum. Has to be at least 17 ounces or higher. This one's, I think, 14 ounces, 10 ounces, 11 ounces. Okay. 2. Oh, that one went high. Holy smokes. That's 3. 4. Get one more out there. It's not going to be a bad score. I don't think. I think the lowest I got's an 8. All right. I don't think anybody's silver medal's in jeopardy here, but let me grab that target. I'll add them up and see how we did. Stand by. Alrighty, so I am back, and actually I did pretty good. I thought I had an 8 in there, but I didn't. The lowest I had was a 9. Had a few 9s, but not many. So the very first bullseye that you saw me shoot out there, all of those ended up being 10s. They were all bing, 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 right in 10. So I ended up with a 50 on that one. The next one, I had 110 and 4 9s for a 46. And then the next two were actually 3 9s and 2 10s per each one for a 47 on each one of those. So 47 there and 47 there. So that's 4, 7, 10 off total. So it gives me a 190 out of a possible 200. So that's that's pretty darn good. I will take that. Might have to do a little bit of practice and see if we can tighten that up a little bit. But I think that's a pretty darn good result so far. And would it win me a silver medal? Probably not. But it was a lot of fun. Anyway, I hope you guys liked the video. I really appreciate everybody being on the channel. Till next time, have a great day.